you feel like you've missed the opportunity. Market guru Dan Geltrude says, you step back and you look at the fundamentals here. He talks a lot about that in Positive Financial Karma. It's a very interesting read on things. And what makes it interesting is it's not highfalutin business advice or big words and acronyms and terms that just make you think you're watching CNBC. It just speaks English, and it gets to the core of a guy who's a practicing Buddhist. So he's a little weird, but I'm telling you, he's brilliant. Dan Geltrude is his name. Positive Financial Karma is the book. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you for having me, Neil.
Yeah, the Buddhism thing, I joke about it, not to joke about it, but that's part of the thinking here. Explain.
Yeah, the basic premise of Buddhism, when you talk about karma and action and reaction and that boomerang effect of the things you do, very important. But it comes down to this: it's cause and effect, right? What's the cause and effect of all the things that happen? And if you step back and say, well, we see the effect, what caused that? And keep it simple, Neil. If we do that, we can really uncover a lot of things and be successful in a very simple way.
Well, a lot of it is very to the point advice. I mean, when it comes to losing weight, you gotta, eat less, exercise more, move more, to your point.
More.
Now, when it comes to investing, what do you do? Because the simple take on this is maybe stock's gotten a little rich, you hold off. What do you say?
Well, what I say is, and I talk about this in the book, keep the emotion out of it. The fundamentals, Neil. What are the things the causes that give you the effect that you want? What's your investment strategy? Stay the course. Don't get swayed by the headlines, by all the noise. I think people in this world that we live in with immediate gratification, news constantly, 24/7, you have to step back and tune that out and say, I'm going to stick with the fundamentals.
All right, well, how do the fundamentals apply now? If you had 9 straight weeks of Dow advances, we're off to a very strong start to the year. 9 times out of 10, that means the rest of the year is going to be strong. So there are a lot of people who just say, all right, I'm going to follow that. Well, they get in love with being in a market that's getting all this buzz and attention. What do you tell them?
Well, right now, if you're invested in NASDAQ and you see what's been happening over the last 10 weeks, you say, hey, fundamentally what I'm doing is working. But now step back and say, how long is that going to continue to work? Will that strategy stay the course? Again, noise out. Focus in on what the plan is, because clearly it's working. If you go back to December and you were paying attention to the noise, you would have panicked, pulled out, and missed this run that we've had for the last couple of months.
But if you get into this run-up, you could be equally blamed for getting caught up in the froth and getting screwed all over.
Absolutely. So
what do you tell people? Depends on your time frame, right?
Right. So if you're already in, stay in, ride it, believe in the fundamentals and how you invest your money, Neil.
And that's where you get the good karma. All right, Dan Geltrude, Positive Financial Karma. He's the author of a very uncanny read on things without trying to talk way over your head. So he could never be a financial TV anchor. He could, actually. Let's take a look at the Amazon.